Welcome back to Sekiro, and welcome back to the Hirata estate. We're going to be finishing up in this part. We've got two bosses, actually. The first is our first real major boss. The second is another mini-boss. It's the Ogre we saw earlier. Because there's just enough time for both of them.
Ooh. Can't wait to see the biggest boy we're about to fight.
Oh, we remember this guy. He was in the exact same position in the future.
I'm not actually dying, I'm just tired. This is my bed.
If we seem a little cheerful and upbeat for all the darkness of Sekiro, it's because I introduced Jacob to Hildebrand in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes. Oh,
These two do not go together.
They don't. We really should have just watched some, like, natural disasters before this. Just to even it out.
But he introduces us to snap seeds. There are illusionary magics and creatures in the game. Some of them will actually produce actual physical illusions that will attack you. The snap seed dispels those. And the boss is going to be our introduction to that. You succeeded that, at least. Gonna quickly equip that. I also want to take a look at this room. There's a lot of really nice details in the level design here. Like right back there, we got a samurai suit of armor.
Ooh, nice.
And not anymore.
Well, now we don't. Thanks, Thorn. You've ruined history.
In history.
You're wasting them.
And as a reminder, you could actually come here before you found Owl. At least, I think I did. But then I was wise enough to go back and find the key before I came down here.
Oh god, I've seen this boss before.
Oh. Younger, scared Kuro. Wake up.
I don't know what that is.
You can actually see Kuro's belt clipping through his arm.
Game sucks.
But yeah, Lady Butterfly was one of the people who trained Wolf. She is rough.
Yeah. Like I said, I have seen her before. She was in one of the few videos of Sekiro I've seen. She looks rough.
She, even more than Juzo, teaches you that you need to do damage to bosses in order to break their posture. You're gonna have a hell of a time just trying to whittle down her posture normally. You have to chip away at her health. And as a reminder, once you get about a third of the way down, the bar turns yellow and she starts retaining more posture damage longer. When you get halfway down, the bar turns red and she retains the posture damage pretty much infinitely, like constantly. It just won't go down. Now, she is also an introduction to how proper bosses often have weaknesses to some of your shinobi tools. In her case, she'll bounce around on wires sometimes, but while she's in the air, you can often catch her with a shuriken and knock her back down. But otherwise, my god, you need to practice deflection or she's just gonna rip away at you.
I already can't see myself doing any of this.
One way to kind of make this fight quicker, if you are pretty good at deflection, you can attack her. She will block a lot, but it will also bait her into an attack, and you can deflect those, and that'll quickly build up posture damage. Lost her. When she's actually standing on her wires, she'll block the shuriken, but while she's in the air, you can hit her. Occasionally, especially early on, because the crouch button is on your control stick, often while I'm trying to move around, I'll accidentally click down on it and go into stealth.
Oh, no.
There, I caught her before she did a perilous attack.
Just fell on her ass.
Yeah. That attack is basically a grab. If she hits you with it, she just pulls you to the ground and wrecks you. She doesn't have any thrusts that I'm aware of, but she does do a sweep attack like we just saw.
I feel like the mechanic of being allowed to die once is very, very, very useful at boss fights.
Oh, yeah. Sure, so yeah, I still have the crutch of pumping the block. Caught her again.
Oh, posture meter is almost full.
And down on her.
Yeah! Ooh!
You notice I'm healing, because there goes her body. The fight is not over yet. She is an illusionist. That first round was an illusion.
Great.
And in the second round, she summons a bunch of little illusion imps that'll run around and stab you. And now her knife attacks that she shoots at you also release these energy butterflies that will home in on you.
I bet that feels good to anybody who is struggling with the first part of this boss.
Like I did.
Like, yeah, I did it! Woohoo!
The energy butterflies don't do too much damage, but it'll build up quickly. Oh. Mada. I think that's an automatopoeia. I'm not sure exactly for what, though. Maybe it's just for, like, puppies barking. She was mocking you.
Yeah, but you only died once.
Oh, well, remember, I died a couple of times now. And it's at this point where the true pain of death comes into play.
Oh, no. You're back at the beginning.
This only happens once. Technically the second time where you go back to the sculptor's place. But this is the only time where this particular event occurs and you go back to the beginning.
What the fuck?
So because I kept dying, I have incurred Dragonrot.
What?
Because of Lord Crow's blood, which resurrects me, basically pulls the health and life from other people. Now the NPCs that I've met have caught Dragonrot and are slowly dying.
Oh, great!
So this is why when you die, you want to have those resurrection nodes with you and you want to use them. You do not want to fully die, because otherwise a lot of the NPCs you met will pay the price. And it's not just that they get sick. Often they have side quests that, because they're sick, can't continue, and even some of them can die.
That's so fucked.
It's rough.
So if I played this game, it would be a genocide.
Kinda, yeah. On the plus side, the sculptor is one of the characters who can't die. He's kind of like us, he's essentially immortal.
Looks half dead already.
Maybe that's why.
You, please don't die. I like you.
Emma can't get Dragonrot, thankfully.
Good.
I think it's explained why at some point. I don't exactly remember, though.
God, now you have to go all the way back.
I can warp. There was a sculptor's idol right before the boss.
Oh, right, good. You can do that in Dark Souls, right? You just needed an item?
To a warp.
Yeah.
And the first one, yeah, after you got the Lord Vessel.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But only to certain bonfires, unfortunately.
Right, okay.
In 2 and 3 you can, to pretty much all of them. Alright, well, Emma's gonna help us figure out how to fix this. It's gonna take a while, though. For a multitude of reasons, actually. Only one of which is because I need to wait for Emma to look through the research, which I think just requires me to sit at the idol and rest. Then when I come back, she'll be like, okay, I turned around and found something. This was another one of the things where, when the game came out, a lot of people were like, fuck, this game is rough.
Yeah. Alright, let's try that again.
Lady Butterfly, take 2. Or maybe take 3 or 4, because you could see me losing more experience and money. Alright, but this is the successful take. And I decided to keep the first round in as well, because it ended up being really fast. This is where all that practice pays off, I guess. Because even though I'm not doing a lot of damage to her, because I'm baiting her into attacks, I am building up her posture damage a lot.
Yeah. Yours looks pretty high too, though.
It does. Thankfully, when your posture breaks, you're stunned for a little bit, but enemies don't really have a death blow attack per se, not like you do. They might just do a lot of damage, but often you can just dash out of the way. There we go.
Good night.
And also, if she sits up on that Buddha statue for a little bit, you can pelt her with shurikens.
Ow. It's with ow. Yeah, now you ow.
Now, if you keep attacking her, really keep her busy, you might be able to prevent her from summoning the illusions.
Ooh.
I'm able to keep her from doing that for a while. Not for the whole fight, though.
I love boss fights like that where you can just alter what attacks they can do.
Now, I think I used the Snap Seed earlier, like in one of the unused takes, but it didn't work or anything. Like, you have to actually be in the vicinity of these little illusions to dispel them, and you can just hit them once, and they disappear anyway. That's actually a way to get back some of your spirit emblems. I got one back from the dude I killed. Oh dear.
Oh, fuck. God, she's fast. I don't like it.
Yeah. The thing about jumping over a sweep attack like that is you have to actually press forward into the enemy. If you're like forward and to the left, you just fly right over them and it doesn't work.
No. I'm like focused.
Yeah.
It's like, this is intense. Like, I feel like I'm going to die here soon.
Now, an important thing to note, you might have seen there I was holding up my sword. That's a very important way to reduce your posture damage. Because as long as you have the sword up, the posture meter goes down. One more. This game is brutal.
Yeah. very blood.
Now, whenever you defeat a proper boss, you get a memory. That you can use at one of the Sculptor's Idols to permanently boost your attack power.
Ooh, nice. Gonna need that.
And we get a Sakura droplet. After a certain point in the game, once we've rendezvoused with Lord Kuro again, we can have that attached to us and we get a third node of resurrection power. That's the only extra resurrection we get, though, sadly. But now's the question, what happened? What happened to our memory? That.
Oh. We died. That'll fuck up your memory, alright. But who done it?
That's actually a pretty big story spoiler.
Call toll-free 1-800-SEKIRO.
How am I killing? Call 1-800.
Press 1 and pay $1 for the first minute, 50 cents for every additional minute. This person's name's long as shit. That's how we get the money. Was it you?
私のためそなたは戦ってくれた。捨ておくことなどできるものか。狼よ、我が血と共に生きてくれ。
And thus, the cycle closes itself.
And that person just plops into existence.
Yeah, that's Emma. So, now we know how Wolf got the resurrection power from Kuro was from saving him at the Hirata estate. Now we know why he was all broken down and just kind of shut off for the last few years and down in a ditch. It's because all that happened to him.
Right, dying will do that to you.
咳と共に出たものです。血の色がわずかによどんでいるような。しかし、これだけでは定かに。
So we're done with the past now, huh?
We're done with the past for now. There's one extra bit later, and it is actually missable.
それがもっとあれば
Oh.
より詳しい調べをできます。
竜害にかかった者がいれば当たってみよう。
Alright, so it is actually necessary for your friends to incur Dragonrot in order for you to be able to fix it.
また、
So we need to find the other person who got inflicted with it, which was that old woman who gave us the charm in the first place.
Oh no.
Before we do that, here's something a lot of people don't know about. You can actually go behind the temple to the hole in the wall and eavesdrop on Emma whenever she comes to visit the sculptor.
それで十分。ありがとう、少女。
And here we learn his actual name is Orangutan.
エマよ、ジジイのハイタッチなんだ。どうするってんだ。
竜害の調べ、直す術を探りたいのです。少女、あなたのためでもあるのですよ。
そうかい。だが
I palindrome, I.
いらぬ世話だ。こんなのは自力で。
Da 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 da.
竜害の血をお前に果たしていかに病を治す。
It'd be horrifying if you're in the middle of this serious, quiet conversation and the person you're talking to just starts going da 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 da.
そっくりだぞ。
Now, I thought because I listened in, I would be able to get more information out of them, but there's only one situation where that happens.
お前さんも
Ugh.
来たのか。
You're here too?
にぎやかな答え。
Fuck, I hate seeing my friends. Don't have anything new to equip. Yeah, do that right in my face.
Let me sculpt your nose.
It's too perfect and pretty. It needs a third nostril.
They will know me as the father of cosmetic surgery.
Alright, let's turn in that memory. When you go into New Game Plus, you can get more memories and continue to upgrade your attack power, which is quite necessary because all the enemies get stronger. You might as well keep up with them.
Might as well, but I mean, with a game like this, you don't necessarily have to. Sometimes it just gets harder.
You don't have to, but it helps.
Yeah. Sometimes it just gets harder without much improvement on your end.
Well, I've hit a snag. I don't think this is because of Dragonrot. She's supposed to be alive, but because I completed the Hirata estate, she died.
Aw.
And now so did he.
Blech.
Sorry, Inosuke.
Smooth move, Thorn.
Smooth moves.
You past killed a man and a woman. Cut to the chicken and cut to the next scene. Oh.
That's a scene transition.
That'd be kind of awesome. Like, I feel like no matter how relevant it is, you have to keep in every chicken you kill.
I think I do, for the most part.
So next I have to walk all the way across the map. I killed a chicken about halfway through, and now we're at the end.
So here's something cool. So we remember this guy was at the Hirata estate looting the whole place. Well, it turns out he looted Lady Butterfly's phantom kunai, so we can actually buy them. Ooh, that's a nice bit of consistency there. The phantom kunai is not necessarily a new weapon, it's actually a new type of shuriken, technically. But you have to upgrade your shuriken in order to be able to use it.
アシナの侍どもが今欲しがっているものは何か探ってきちゃくれやせんか。そいつが分かればアシナの侍どもと取引ができやす。旦那は忍びだ。敵方から情報を仕入れるいい耳をお持ちのはず。ぜひお願いしやす。
Ears, you say? I mean, I listen. You just seem more like a talking guy, I guess. But let's say we go from one boss fight to another.
Oh yeah, back to that ogre we saw in episode 3? 2? 2.
He's technically a mini-boss, but he's a fucking boss.
Right.
Now, even though he's chained up, there is technically a way to backstab him. In order to do that, one of the sugars we picked up is Gachin sugar. This basically uber boosts our stealth. We go practically invisible.
Ooh.
I'm using it wrong, though.
You ran into the torch!
So, yeah, he noticed me anyway. If anything, if you run up to him quickly, you can get some extra shots in. Now, why is this guy so tough? Because he is a grappler.
Oh.
He's like a full-on wrestling grappler. He will constantly grab you, it's very hard to dodge them, you basically have to jump out of the way. Constantly.
Can't wait to name drop. As the local wrestling fan of the Straw Hat No, I can't wait to name drop whatever moves he does. Oh! That's a power bomb.
Yeah. Take two.
Jesus Christ.
Let's do it correctly. You actually need to be crouched.
God damn it!
The torch doesn't attract him.
Oh, okay.
And there we can see... damn it, it didn't work!
Great power up.
So yeah, if you angle it just right, you can backstab him. A couple ways to deal with this guy. Basically, whenever he finishes an animation from his attack, jump out of the way. Doesn't matter what he's doing, just jump out of the way. You'll probably dodge whatever grab he does. When he does a grab, you get that grapple icon on the thing on his neck. Oh god, dropkick.
Jesus Christ, he is a wrestler.
That grappling allows you to pull yourself over to him and get a free hit. I think it might actually affect his posture as well.
Oof.
But, reminder, he has red eyes, and I have the flame cannon. You blast him with any type of fire, and he recoils in fear. You hit him with a flame cannon again, though, and he catches fire, and now it's progressively doing damage to him.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, couldn't get that.
Luthez press and a belly-to-belly suplex.
Oh, no.
Oh! Push him off the stairs. Can you do that?
I feel like you can, but you're not going to.
Kind of reminds me of the ogres in Dragon's Dogma. I fucking hate them. Maybe I'm just bad at Dragon's Dogma, but the only way to actually like fight them early on in the game is just make them run off a cliff.
And here's another way of how the early game is really rough. So he's hiding a shinobi medicine. That's a boost to the health you recover from your healing items. And it's hidden behind that guy.
Oh boy.
Rough early game.
Oh.
Luckily, that's satisfying.
I heard a lot of ruckus, but I didn't want to look because it's my lunch break.
I heard a lot of ruckus, but I couldn't give a fuckus.
Bring the mother ruckin' fuckus.
Let's see, what should I grab next? There's a few good ideas. I do eventually want to get to Emma's medicine. That's another boost to the health you recover. Gonna get grappling hook attack. That's actually very useful, especially for an upcoming boss. So, when you grapple an enemy, for like with the Ogre, yeah, that icon, you grapple over to him and you fly over to him. You get like one hit in before you hit the ground. Maybe only once you hit the ground. But with the grappling hook attack, you can get like 2 or 3 hits in while you're in the air before you land. And it's very useful.
Oosh. Nice. So you like grapple the enemies, or do you grapple like a grappleable thing and swing at them?
You grapple a grappleable thing on them.
Oh.
So like with the Ogre, he had the wooden pallet around his neck. You grappled onto that.
Oh, I thought you like lassoed the enemy or like swung towards them like in like Just Cause or Battle for Bikini Bottom or something. The 2 games with lasso mechanics.
The only 2 games.
Yeah. Oh, now 3, now that Sekiro's out. It joins esteemed parties.
Well, reminder, the grappling hook is actually just your hand on the prosthetic.
True, yeah.
So it's less a lasso and more of like a chokehold.
Got it.
But not even that, because you're grabbing the thing on them.
And just throw your hand and just start choking them down the throat. Like,
But next time, there's like 2 really cool things back to back. It's a really cool part of the game, including a fan favorite boss.
Okay, that guy's 2 cool things. Tune in next time.
2 Sekiro. Shadows die twice.
2 I'm to stop.
That's too much. Ha ha!